It is another fabulous Friday for the Friday Rewind. I am Brandon Davidow. Thanks as always for checking us out on this glorious Friday. We have some myth busting to do. And first, I'm going to welcome in the man with the microphone. That is Sal Carolla, broker owner of RE/MAX Elite. Sal, it is great to see you. And we are busting the myth of commission-based pay versus a salary-based pay. Yeah. And some of the myths, or at least one of them, we could start off with this, is that, I want the salary because for me, it's going to be a little safer, knowing what I get every 2 weeks. But for real estate agents, you don't have that luxury. How hard you work, how much you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So you've been in the industry for a while. Why don't you bust some of those myths about that commission-based pay?
Well, I mean, obviously there is a big difference between salary and commission. I mean, salary, you're going to expect a paycheck every maybe second Friday. You get a paycheck. It's regardless of how much work you put in, how many hours you put in. You know, you might not even be putting in hours. Some jobs, you're still going to get that paycheck. Real estate, not so much. Real estate is, you're going to get paid on what you put in. The thing is, the difference is you're going to probably be rewarded much, much more higher on the real estate side, on the commission-based salary side than the salary. So you give up the security, but the rewards are much greater. You're going to have a lot of peaks and valleys. So, most realtors, if the experienced ones at least, they put themselves on a salary. Regardless of how much money comes in, they put themselves on a regular salary every 2 weeks or whatever, maybe once a month. They pay themselves salary as if they were on a real job.
How much of an adjustment is it, especially for new agents just coming into the industry, probably leaving that benefit and I guess being comfortable of having some salary coming in every 2 weeks? How does that mindset have to change for newbies?
That is a very, very difficult mindset to change. I mean, most individuals are used to that salary position, regardless of how much they get paid. They might be getting paid very little or they're getting paid a lot. But when they make that switch to real estate and they're new in real estate, if they close a deal day one, they're probably not going to collect a commission check 60 to 90 days. So chances are they're not closing a deal day one. It might be a learning curve. So, my advice is if you're going to enter the real estate industry, have some reserves to carry you through maybe 6 months. That might be a stretch, but if you have 6 months in reserves, that's fantastic. And then hit it hard.
How does having a commission-based pay help to propel agents to wanting to reach new heights? Because ultimately, you are in control of what you end up making.
You gotta respect realtors that do this full time without any other source of income. There's no job security. There's no financial security. There's only one thing that they got to do. They got to wake up every morning and make money. People say. You go to bed and you're making the money from that day and you wake up broke. That's the mindset. You wake up broke and you work hard. You just hustle. You hustle your ass off and you try to secure another deal. The good thing about it is in real estate, it rewards action. If you keep on doing that, if you keep on waking up every morning and doing that, it's going to happen to you. You do not need an education from an Ivy League school. You do not need to be genetically inclined or special talents. You just have to have that mindset of hustle, hustle, hustle. It happens.
Can you give me an example of an agent that who's worked for you or you've worked with who had a decent paying job working out there in the workforce, decided to make the switch over to real estate, and within a couple of years was making more money than they ever could have dreamed of. And the only reason why that was the case was because of the commission that you can receive in real estate.
Yeah, we've had a few agents like that. New agents that they left a paying job. They actually graduated college. They were working in the industry that they received a degree on, I should say. But they weren't challenged. It happens. You think your career will be a certain way. You think the job will be a certain way, and then you get there and there is no challenge. And if there's no challenge and then there's no growth opportunities, now you're basically miserable. So when you reach that level of misery, a lot of people take chances, and we've had some agents that recently we have one. She came into the company and she has actually destroyed it. I mean, she came in roaring in, working with so much force and so much energy, and it hasn't died down. And you know what? It pays off. I mean, she is closing deals, and she's going to be probably have a monster year before the end of the year.
Sal, last question of the day. What is your opinion on the kind of advantages that people have who decide to take that chance with a commission-based pay?
Okay, so let's start with the salary-based pay. Most people know I'm a retired NYPD sergeant. I was a cop. I was a detective. I had all the ranks. I had that job security. I knew that what was coming in. I knew my health insurance. I knew everything. But I knew that job had limitations. If I put in extra work into that job, it probably made me. I probably was able to grow within the department, but on a financial level, on a status level, not so much. I knew exactly what I was going to make. There was a contract signed with the city of New York, so we knew our hourly rate. If we put in, tremendous amount of overtime, yes, we'll get paid more money, but we knew what we were getting paid. So you get up every morning, you get dressed, you put the uniform on, you do what you have to do, and you know exactly what is coming. In real estate, you get up every morning, you start making those phone calls, start door knocking, start making those emails, videos. There's no guarantee you're going to make any money. But when you do make it, when you get lucky enough to make it, it comes in in a nice lump sum. I mean, most likely you haven't been paid that way if you compare it to the salary jobs. And then once you reach that level and it starts turning and you get one deal leads to another, to another, to another. Now you're living at a level that you would not be living in a salary position job, especially as a police officer. So I learned that right away, that putting in the work in this industry is much more financially rewarding. The problem over here, Brandon, is a lot of the new agents that come into the industry, they come in so strong. They got so much energy and they're hitting hard. And you know what? You just have to have that time, that patience, because it will pay off. And a lot of them leave the industry just at that moment when you know it's going to pay off, and they just leave it because they just can't sustain anymore. They got bills. They have responsibilities. They have pressure from their family. And it's a shame, Brandon. It really is a shame, because you know that they're doing everything right. They have the personality, they have the drive, they have the outlook, and they're right there. It's just only a matter of time that they start turning the deals, and they'll come in, and they leave right before striking oil. It's sad to say, it does happen. That's why when you come into this business, you really need to plan out your finances. You need to have a reserve. It's going to take a few months to start getting paid, but once you start getting paid and you know what needs to be done, it's not hard after that.
And we've seen that proof at Remax Elite. I've personally seen a number of agents who started out within 6 months to a year. As you said, it took a little bit of time, but that ball got rolling and they started getting paid.
Yeah, it's a snowball effect. I mean, as the snowball rolls down the mountain, it gets bigger and bigger, and it becomes unstoppable. And as long as they wake up every morning and do the same thing as they've always done, yes, market conditions take effect, and that's fine. But once you start doing what you need to do, you'll always be making money. And that's the part that is hard to sell to somebody who's been so used to that salary-based position. The growth potential in a salary-based position is just not there. The growth potential in a commission-based is tremendous. People say that I want the job security. You know what? Job security comes with financial security. So commission-based jobs are financial security, which that means there's job security. And that's what, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about putting the time in and getting paid for it, taking care of your family, taking care of yourself, growing your legacy, I should say.
Well, Sal, thanks for breaking down a bunch of those myths and giving some more details on the commission-based pay versus that salary-based pay. Once again, great to see you on the Friday Rewind.
Thanks, Brandon. Have a great day.
You too.